in my head is, okay, we have a cycle, whatever, down cycle in 26 and into a bit of 27, whatever. And then I think we go a full spectacular bubble because it feels like it's the last hurrah, because beyond that, none of us can see anything. None of us. I mean, I keep saying it's like 2030 is like that's it. There's a curtain and I can't see behind it. In our macro lives, we've always been able to see behind the curtain. That's been our job. Just try and make as much money as possible and try and observe the world. I mean, what is investing? We've talked about this. What is investing when you've got AGI? What is being a doctor? What is being a lawyer? What is anything?
Raoul Pal has issued a stark warning about the rapid transformations in the global economy, driven by unprecedented technological advances. Pal, who has long advocated for a better understanding of what he calls the exponential era, says the coming years will bring the greatest changes humanity has ever seen, due to the rapid development of artificial intelligence, AI, and robotics. According to Pal, we are approaching what he calls the economic singularity, a point beyond which current economic, market, and business frameworks will no longer apply. By 2030, things will become incomprehensible from an economic, financial, market, and other perspective. Pal says AI and robotics are advancing at a pace that will soon outpace human capacity to adapt to current economic systems. Declining birth rates and aging populations in developed countries are causing traditional economic drivers of GDP growth to decline. Furthermore, Pal points out that productivity has not kept pace with technological capabilities and that most new debt is simply being used to pay off old debt without creating new economic value. The most important aspect of Pal's warning concerns the role of AI in the economy. He believes that AI will reach and surpass human intelligence levels in all areas of knowledge, fundamentally transforming the landscape of work and productivity. This massive growth in AI capabilities is expected to lead what Pal describes as infinite productivity and near zero marginal cost of electricity, driven primarily by advances in renewable energy technologies. He argues that these factors will lead to significant deflationary pressures as goods and services become increasingly cheaper to produce. Pal is particularly optimistic about the transformative power of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in this context. He describes a future economic model where AI agents will perform tasks and transactions autonomously using cryptocurrency, given their ability to operate independently of traditional banking systems. According to Raoul Pal, we will see the most shocking altcoin season in the next 6 months. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now, let's get back to Raoul Pal's view on Solana and the overall crypto market.
In the end, where I get to in all of this is somewhere down the line, the marginal cost of electricity will go to zero.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, you have infinite abundance of intelligence plus humanoids. And so what is money at that point?
Well, now you're getting into the point. If I told you, and I'm not predicting this, although in the back of my mind, I've decided, I don't know if you've ever done this, I've decided not to predict publicly where I think Bitcoin's going to go. But I do think the second half of this year will be a explosive up move. And I say explosive because I believe the most important thing that happened in the first half of the year was what Sundar Pichai said on the Lex Fridman podcast and also at the Google I.O. developer. When he said that from a year ago, we were up 50 times in token usage. Okay. Now, if you ask 100 people on Wall Street, what's a token with inside AI, 99 of them won't know what it is unless you go specifically to the tech world. When I hear tokens, I think AI adoption, I think inference, I think reasoning, I think AI agents are just starting. AI agents to me are the most powerful force for productivity and job losses in terms of the going through, but it is massively powerful for Stripe. They should see exponential growth in stablecoin transactions. And you're seeing this, like the stablecoin adoption is happening at the same time.
Yep. When you've got the government talking about deficit financing and everyone kind of knows that it's debasement, it'll only accelerate the adoption curve because it is the only way out. It's this capitalism eating capitalism. Well, here's the newest form, and it's going to happen, and nothing will stop it.
That's where I think we are. I think all the turning points right now are that capitalism is eating capitalism, and rather than it be a bearish argument for assets, it's not. But I think the pie of assets The shift
Changes.
should be happening to a different system. And I think that's a very different argument. And I think it'll bring wealthy people in, because then FOMO will set in, greed will fit in, and it'll be more towards the crypto world. And that's why I think Circle's important. I think CoreWeave's IPO is important. I think Core Scientific, you're seeing it in the traditional finance side. And when I hear people say, well, I think Bitcoin's not going up because people are moving into Circle. And I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Paul recently highlighted the growing interest in blockchain among traditional financial institutions. He highlighted the outsized demand for block space driven by traditional finance, TradFi, citing stablecoins, whose total addressable market is in the trillions of dollars, as a key factor. He emphasized that volumes represent a considerable multiple of that figure, heralding a profound shift in the financial landscape. Furthermore, Paul emphasized that this demand is just the beginning, not to mention the growing interest in Web3 efforts to transform Web2 platforms. This heralds a transformative period in which blockchain technology could reshape fundamental aspects of global finance. As the financial sector increasingly adopts blockchain solutions, this demand underscores a shift in strategic priorities toward decentralized technologies and cryptocurrencies such as stablecoins. The accelerated shift from traditional finance to blockchain not only signals a profound transformation of the sector, but also offers considerable opportunities for investors attentive to digital assets. This narrative resonates with previous observations about the changing altcoin landscape, where market skepticism has been identified as fertile ground for sound investments, as Raoul Pal explains in his article Identifying Opportunities in the Current Altcoin Landscape. Moreover, the industry's embrace of technological change echoes Paul's warning about the potential for artificial intelligence to generate unprecedented deflationary pressures, a topic explored in depth in his analysis of how AI could trigger monumental deflation. Paul called cryptocurrencies the biggest macro trade and estimated that the market would reach $100 trillion within 6 to 8 years. Paul's predictions are consistent with his previous statements about the future of cryptocurrencies. In May, he suggested that cryptocurrencies were entering phase 2 of the banana zone, a period in which liquidity increases and prices accelerate after an initial consolidation. This phase, according to Paul, represents the final stage of Bitcoin's rise. Paul also recently drew parallels between current cryptocurrency market trends and those observed in 2017. His analysis suggests the market is poised for a rebound similar to that seen in late 2017. This comparison is based on several key indicators such as market sentiment, investment flows, and technological advancements in sectors like blockchain and decentralized finance, DeFi. Investors are advised to closely monitor several factors that can significantly influence the cryptocurrency market, including regulatory developments, the overall economic environment, and technological advancements in the sector. Observing these indicators allows investors to gain valuable insights to make informed investment decisions in this volatile market. As the cryptocurrency world continues to rapidly evolve, staying informed and adaptable will be essential to effectively manage potential fluctuations. The cryptocurrency market's volatility and significant growth potential make it an exciting yet challenging space for both experienced and new investors.